the 144,000 from the tribe of Israel, who they are and what they do. One of the most intriguing passages in the book of Revelation is the description of the 144,000 sealed servants of God in Revelation 7 verse 1 to 8. Who are these people, and what is their significance? The book of Revelation is a book of prophecy that describes the end of the world and the establishment of God's kingdom on earth. In this context, the 144,000 represent a special group of people who are sealed by God and protected from the trials and tribulations of the end times. Revelation 7 verse 1 to 4. After these things I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, on the sea, or on any tree. Then I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was granted to harm the earth and the sea, saying, Do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of God on their foreheads. And I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed. The angel says, Do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees till we have sealed the servants of our God on their foreheads. There are a lot of controversies surrounding the 144,000 redeemed souls that John wrote about in the book of Revelation. Some people believe they are the total number of people that will be saved in the entire universe. But this view cannot be true, because God desires that all should be saved. Salvation is not for any group of people specifically. Salvation is not for a particular race or people. Salvation is not for a specific socio-economic background. Jesus Christ died for all mankind. He died for all nationalities. He died for the rich and the poor. He died for Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, Oceania, and Antarctica. He died for the young and the old. We know from scriptures that Christ died for all sinners. God has an open invitation to all men and all women. Salvation is not for only the 144,000. There are even churches that have risen over the years that have claimed that their church members are the 144,000 spoken of in the book of Revelation. They would recruit members by imposing the idea that if you join their church, you will be part of the 144,000. Other churches turned this into a money-making scheme. They would call requesting people to pledge money or tithe to their church, stating that you too can be a part of the 144,000. There are many different groups in the world today, and in the past, who attempt to say that they are the inner circle of the 144,000. So who are then the 144,000 John wrote about? The 144,000 are said to be chosen from the 12 tribes of Israel. Revelation 7 verse 5 to 8. Of the tribe of Judah, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Reuben, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Gad, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Asher, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Naphtali, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Manasseh, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Simeon, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Levi, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Issachar, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Zebulun, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Joseph, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Benjamin, 12,000 were sealed. You see, the identity of the 144,000 is clearly stated in the Bible. God did not leave any gray areas as to the identity of this select group of people. They are of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Now, something that may stand out to you in this list of tribes is that Manasseh is listed here, but he is actually the son of Joseph. Let me explain. If you remember in Genesis 48, Jacob went down to Joseph in Egypt, after Jacob had thought for decades that his son was dead. To meet his father, Joseph took two of his own sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. Remember, Manasseh is one of the tribes listed in Revelation 7. So, Jacob said to his son Joseph, Manasseh and Ephraim are mine. He claimed these two sons. As a result, Manasseh and Ephraim became tribes in Egypt. And as Jacob was about to bless these two sons who he had now claimed, Joseph positioned them intentionally so the older could receive the right-hand blessing, according to custom. Jacob deliberately crossed his hands and put his right hand on Ephraim's head and his left hand on Manasseh's head. This is such an interesting topic for another day, why he chose to bless Ephraim his right hand. Now on the list of 12 tribes, Manasseh is mentioned, but Ephraim is not. That is because in the list, Joseph is representing Ephraim in that list. The descendants of this tribe are here on earth. Depending on how close we are to the Great Tribulation, the actual 144,000 themselves could all be here on the earth right now, for all we know. But one thing we do know for sure is that they are here and on earth. Whether it may be their fathers and mothers, or their grandparents, or great-grandparents, we know that the lines of these tribes are where 144,000 will come. John describes who the 144,000 were and the criteria that was used in singling them out from all the people. Revelation 14 verse 1-5 says, Then I looked, and there before me was the Lamb, standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a sound from heaven like the roar of rushing waters, and like a loud peal of thunder. The sound I hear was like that of harpists playing their harps. And they sang a new song before the throne, and before the 4 living creatures and the elders. No one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. These are those who did not defile themselves with women, for they remained virgins. They follow the Lamb wherever he goes. They were purchased from among mankind and offered as first fruits to God and the Lamb. No lie was found in their mouths. They are blameless. The mark on their foreheads was also revealed. It was the name of God and of the Lamb that was written on their foreheads. The seal revealed that they belonged to God, and no one should harm them. The 144,000 from tribes of Israel will be a light to the thick darkness of the world during the Great Tribulation. They will stand for the truth and defend the name of the Lord. Revelation 14 verse 4 and 5 tells us their attributes. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. They will portray the holiness of God in a world laden with sinful abominations. They will preach the gospel of Christ in the midst of the Antichrist's hostility without fear of persecution. This proves that no matter how perverse a generation is, God will always have a remnant who will stand for Him. God will always have His preachers. We do not need to be confused about whether it is only the 144,000 that will make heaven, because the Bible does not say so. Revelation 7 verse 9 and 10 further records that there are other multitudes of saints, just immediately after mentioning the 144,000. It says, "After this I behold, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb." The 144,000 will lead the entire saints and the host of heaven in a new song to the Lord. So when we get to heaven, all we will do is to sing the praise of the Most High from everlasting to everlasting.